Hi everyone, it's Jacqueline here from Creating My Garden, and today we are going to create a project and update our containers on the driveway. And what we want to do is we want to match some of the colors in the driveway to what we have done on the step and on the window boxes. So that's the goal. And I'm sorry, it's a bit of a dark morning right now, but you can see the colors and how they stand out. So let's begin. All right, so I added some of the chrysanthemums in a yellow. You can see them there. And now I have added in some of my hibiscus that I got on sale that are still alive that I took out of another pot. I also added a salvia from another pot. We'll see if it survives or not. It's weeping right now, but I've given it a good soak. So I'm beefing up these pots with whatever I can find, and whatever makes it, makes it. If it doesn't, I'm going to take it out. And then I'm going to put in some fall coloring and decoration here. So you can see what I have in here. I have 3 chrysanthemums, I have a verbena, I have a geranium, and I have a coleus here. And there's still some portulaca in this. And I'm going to get wet from the sprinklers. Same thing here, pretty much, except I've got a perennial there and I can't remember the name of it. And then I added the hibiscus here and saved it from another pot. So I'm basically doing a bit of rearranging and letting them get a good soak. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to decorate them. Very similar to what I did on the front steps and on the window boxes. I want to give them some curb appeal. You know, I've added the tree stumps in here, and once I straighten them out a bit more, they'll look a lot better, just for fall interest. I shouldn't say tree stumps, tree roots, because those are the popular roots. I made sure though I used ones that did not have any sort of shoot on them. So I just saved the 4 of them for this particular purpose. And I kind of like the look of the bark in them. The only thing different about these, if I look at them, and they're not all identical. Oh, I don't really like that salvia there. I'm going to take it out. Is that I have a canna still. There. Did not like that in there. So anyhow, this one here, the cannas are getting ready to bloom. So I had to leave them. And it looks like it's going to be a yellow because they were a mixed pack. You guys, I buy a lot of mixed packs of things. So otherwise they look not too bad. And I'm hoping the hibiscus will fill in the spots there. I'll move probably maybe a hibiscus over to the one where I pulled this salvia out. This is one of the proven winners salvia, the Rockin' the Blues. Anyhow, I'll look at it. Doesn't really matter. But anyhow, because it's toast, I will pull some more things if I can find anything. I'm starting to get down now what I can take from where, and I'm just going to beat them up with some color now. The only thing I wish I had in them was some red foliage, which I do not have. But I think with all the fly on me, with all the colors in the beds, we are good. All right, so I've got the containers all lined up. You can see them along the edge here, and they need a shot of color. So what I have is I have a whole bunch of silk flowers. Because orange flowers are so hard to find this year, I'm going to add one of these items to each one of the containers. Now, they're not all the same height, as you can see here, and they're not all the same pattern, but some of them are a sunflower style and other ones are mum style or chrysanthemum style, and then one of them is just fall foliage. So that should work. So I'm going to space them out and add one to each of these pots, and we'll see how it looks. And please ignore the train. See that pop of color? Just adding some silk flowers really made a difference on the containers. I'm just going to go and realign these ones where they're looking a little bit on the darker side. So if you find they don't look good where you put them, move them up so they stand out and they show. The big thing is if you have any gaps at the back there, we're going to put some other things in there to offset the colors. The big thing here is just to get some color into the containers and so that they look fairly natural. And sometimes we need to add some more things to it to make that happen. So on this one here, you can see that color is not doing anything there. So we're going to change things out here in the front, and we're just going to shove it in there. Now you can see that looks much more natural putting it there. Now, after we have all the color added on them, and you can see now we have color and they stand out. The only thing we're missing is purple, but we're also missing something from the vegetable family. So we need some gourds or some squashes and stuff to put in here to make it look more natural. So one of the things that I do is I have my patch of gourds and stuff over here, and I'm literally going to go and have a look and try to find some in the size that I'm looking for and in the color I'm after. So I am looking for some oranges like this. I'm just going to pick these up. Ouch. And I will tell you right now, they are very prickly. You can see. Just set them up on my recycled, on my yard waste bin. And then we're going to go and we're going to look for some more. And as you can see, I tend to go for different colors to make it more interesting. See, that one's nice. It's got that white tone. And I'm going to start with one for each container. I'll have to wipe the dirt off. You probably should wash them with soap and water before you put them on. That helps preserve them. And that, I believe, is a little squash. But that's okay. We have gourds here too. And then I'm going to go through here, and I want something different in here. So there's another little one right here I'm going to take. See? Cute, cute, cute. Look at the colors on that. Isn't that beautiful? I love that they're just the perfect size for decorating. I think they just look gorgeous. And now, see, the only thing is I could put a green one in here, but the green is gonna be too much green. So I'm gonna add another white one, I guess. And I really like the look of this one right here. So I'm gonna cut that and take that one. If I can get it. There it is. All right, so now I have one for each pot. And there, this is the final step in the decoration process. So I added a few more gourds to them, and I even added zucchini, you guys. So check out the view of the driveway. You can see the orange flowers really, really stand out. Now it complements what we see for orange on the front doorstep. You can see it there. And in the window boxes over there, you can see the orange really stands out. And now you can see it standing out in here. So in this one, I added 3 different gourds in here to bring out more of the orange colors. And as well with the chrysanthemums and that will help brighten it up. So that's one way of doing it. I left my portulaca in there so it can bloom again. Over here on this one, I even added zucchini in here. Because I have so many zucchini, it just seemed kind of fun to go and add one in here. So you can see the flowers here. Sometimes you've got to straighten out the petals a little bit, but for the most part, they just provide that extra pop of color in there. Yes, they're silk, but yes, they do what I needed to do, which is make the driveway nice and bright. Same with this one. You can see that there is the gourds in there in the front, and then you got your coleus, your sunflower. There is a geranium still down there, portulaca and verbena in there. And this one is a special one. So I gave it more of a muted look because it has a big canna with the stick. And then I added the gourds in there, 2 white ones. And then I added the pop of color here with the berries. And you can see the gourd there and the portulaca on the back that's starting to bloom again. And that is how they look with the piece of wood. And I love that wood idea. So now you can see. I think they look better from the front. It does way more justice, but you can see how they look as I walk along here. And I really like this one in particular because I just like the flowers with that red on the outside and then the more of the yellow orangey yellow center in that. I think it's just really sharp. And then just add the zucchini, and there was just something fun. So you can see, if we go to the street now, mosquitoes are biting. We can see that we have a pop of color in this yard, and it draws your eye in to the front step for the curb appeal. You'll have to excuse them, my zinnias there in the front. They kind of block the curb appeal a little bit, but you can see the only thing I needed here was more purple. But I consider the pots to be that darker purple color, so I think it works. Anyhow, you can let me know in the comments, does this look stupid or does this work? I mean, at the cheap man's fall color to bring some life to your yard. And for the most part, other than some of the plants that will freeze, the sticks and the silks and that will continue on. So will the gourds. So let me know what you think of it. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. This is just me being creative. There's a zillion different ways you can do this for your driveway or for your yard, your front step, or your windows to make things look good. You can put more pumpkins and stuff in there. Very, very cool. I might add some later on. We'll see how this goes. But for the most part, it's all about curb appeal. And I think this does that trick for me based on what I want. So anyhow, thanks for watching, everyone, and see you in the next video. Let gardening warm your soul, and don't be afraid to go out on the limb and try some different decorations and mix your live plants with some silk and with some gourds. Now, my gourds happen to be real, but you can get fake apples or real apples and different fruits and stuff and put in here too, which would be very, very cool. You just got to watch out for wasps with some of this if you're in a climate like mine. Anyhow, bye.